Hi there and welcome into Whitten Field as we get back to work here at softball on the Cougars Sports Network. The COC Cougars hosting the LA Valley Monarchs. Hi everybody, I'm Matt Robinson. Happy to have you along as always with us here on the Cougars Sports Network. Been kind of a hiatus for us over the last few weeks. We've been getting ready and getting set for the Athletics Hall of Fame, which took place a couple of weeks ago. It was a great program, great event. And today we get to go back to work doing a little softball today as COC trying to pick up another win, make it 4 in a row, get themselves to 9-3 on the conference season. Right now a half a game back of Bakersfield and Antelope Valley College for the top spot in the Western States Conference East, taking on an LA Valley team that is just 1-10 so far on the year. The Monarchs 3-23 on the season as well. Just kind of struggling a bit trying to get through the year and finish things out. We'll take a look at the lineups for both sides. For COC, or for the LA Valley Monarchs, offensively, they'll send out Jessica Lopez to lead things off. Then Brianna Gaskill, the shortstop in the 2 spot. Christina Camberos, the DP, batting 3rd. Melissa Orozco, the first baseman, in the cleanup spot. Then Exencia Vialta in the 5 spot. Lexus Ferrer, the second baseman, in the 6 spot. Violetta Espinoza in the 7 spot, playing 3rd. Emily Trinidad, the left fielder, in the 8 spot. Selena Gonzalez, the catcher, batting 9th. Noemi let me get this right. Goratista Tietas is actually the right fielder. For COC, they will have Lexi Angulo on the mound getting the start today, or on the mound, in the circle getting the start today. It's been a couple of weeks, so we got to get back in the swing of things. Angulo getting the start for John Wisma's squad. Angulo has been kind of in and out as a starter, getting the chance to go here today. 5-1 so far in the year. This will be her 14th appearance. 5 complete games, 53 innings pitched, has struck out 25, walked 18, an ERA of 3.7 as the first pitch to Lopez fouled off. And we are underway here in the top half of the first. COC and LA Valley College. We talked about Angulo's only appeared in 2 games since March 25th. Both starts. March 27th against Cypress, March 28th against Glendale. Has not pitched since, so it's been a little bit of a break for her. She starts ahead 0-2 here to Jessica Lopez. Lopez for the Monarchs this year, .290 hitter. 9 hits and 31 at-bats. It's 0-2 here. Lopez just 1 extra base hit on the season. She didn't play in the first 15 games of the year, but has played in every one since as the 0-2 pitch misses up and away. We'll set the defense for COC. Ali Melgar at first, Alyssa Silva at second, Memory Munoz at short, Valerie Ramirez the third baseman, then Shaylin Rambo in left, Ashlyn Heck in center, Julia Fuentes in right with Garcia working along with Angulo as the battery here today. In this conference matchup, the 17th ranked Cougars against LA Valley as this one ripped out. Heck could do, so the leadoff runner aboard at second base. Angulo had her 0-2, but loses her to a double. That'll bring Brianna Gaskill to the plate. Gaskill this season been the most consistent hitter for LA Valley. .361 as she shows bunt, pulls it back, takes the ball up and away. 26 for 72 this year. Talking about 6 doubles, a triple and 3 home runs, 14 runs batted in. The slugging percentage .597. She's currently riding an 8-game hitting streak, 10 for 23 during the hitting streak. She takes that pitch up, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Gaskill's been pretty good walk to strikeout ratio as well. 6 strikeouts, 5 walks, so about 1-to-1 on the year. Not too shabby, all things considered, as again she'll show bunt, she'll swing and foul this one straight back, and it makes it 2-1. For Angulo, we talk about has only appeared in 1 game since March 25th. It's April 11th. Now, granted, some of that has been due to the schedule oddities, and we'll talk about those more as the game continues on. The Cougars, their last game was last week against Citrus on the 6th. This last couple of weeks is going to be fast and furious as the 2-1 pitch over for a called strike makes it 2-2. But you talk about schedule being a little bit strange for College of the Canyons due to the rain, and really it's been for everybody in the Western States Conference East and all around Southern California. Some awkward weather we've been having as of late, but it's an absolutely beautiful day today. As this one hit in the air, playable back of second base, and it's going to be Julia Fuentes over to make the catch for the first out of the inning. So pop up mostly on the infield, but Fuentes makes the catch. 1 down, and Christina Camberos will come to the plate. So we talked about the weather being a little bit strange today. It's absolutely gorgeous out, 74 degrees. A little bit hazy. First pitch right at 2:30 p.m. here on the West Coast. Yes, here's Camberos for LA Valley College. Camberos, 105 hitter on the season, takes the first pitch up. She's just 1 for 16 since February, has struggled. Just 4 hits on the season. The freshman out of Van Nuys trying to get something going here for LA Valley with a runner at second base after the leadoff double from Lopez. This one swung on and missed, foul tipped into the glove actually, so it'll even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. So like we said, Angulo has not started since the 28th against Glendale. He's only gone 6 or more innings 4 times this season. Early on in the year, looked like either solid number 2 or maybe a 1A, 1B situation with her and Ali Melgar, but Melgar has since taken the load. Getting the chance to play at first base here today. A chance for Angulo to try and work on some things. Remember, Lexi, just a freshman out of Pacoima, went to San Fernando High School. As this one hit in the air down the left field line. Rambo giving chase in foul ground. Won't be able to get there. Might have gone off the fence as she was trying to crash into the wall. Looks like she's a little uncomfortable as she kind of walks away from the left field wall. It's nothing but a long strike. Makes the count 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Camberos. Hitting in the 3 spot for Monarchs head coach Andrea Contreras. Standing up the third base line as she works as the base coach. Is that a called strike 3 right on the inside corner? First strikeout of the day for Angulo as she sets down Camberos, looking 2 away. Good pitch right on the inner half. First strikeout of the ball game. Brings us Melissa Orozco to hit here with 2 down and a runner at second base. Orozco 291 on the year. As Angulo delivers. Similar spot, but missed just down. Orozco, just 1 extra base hit this year. 16 hits and 55 at bats. That 1 extra base hit a double. 8 runs batted in. Struck out 11 times. Walked just 3 as she hits in the cleanup spot here today. Facing Angulo. That one misses down. 2 balls, no strikes. Just underway here in the first inning, COC and LA Valley College. Here from Whitten Field, we thank you for joining us. We hope you're enjoying so far, and we got a lot of action here on the Cougar Sports Network this week. Is that one over for a strike? Two balls and 1 strike. We got another game tomorrow. COC and Citrus tomorrow at 2:30 in the afternoon. Baseball on Thursday at 2:30 start for College of the Canyons and West Los Angeles College. And then a Friday doubleheader to finish the week out. COC and Long Beach here from Whitten Field. As the 1-2 pitch from Angulo fouled away by Orozco right off the minivan parked back behind us. Thankfully saving my vehicle, which is parked right next to it. We'll set it at 2-2. That one misses.
That catch me or the minivan? That's me on the other side. There was no parking.
We wait on the 2-2. Swung on, grounded towards third, picked up easily by Ramirez. Nice sharp play by Valerie Ramirez. That'll end the inning. So the Cougars give up a leadoff double, but that is it. 4 batters to the plate, 3 batters retired in a row for Angulo. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left on at the end of a half an inning. LA Valley nothing. COC coming up. Stay right there. We'll give you the lineup for the Cougars here. As COC trying to, as we said, pick up their 9th win of the conference season. Get themselves in a, what would be a tie at the moment with Bakersfield and Antelope Valley College, who are both tied, although Bakersfield percentage points ahead at 8-2, Antelope Valley at 9-3, sitting in 2nd place. Lineup for COC here today. Ashlyn Heck will lead things off, the center fielder, who's come on recently and have been very, very good. Had a slow start to the year, but she's really picked it up as of late. Batting in the 2 spot, Shaylin Rambo, the left fielder. Then Alyssa Silva in the 3 spot. Julia Fuentes, who's one of the top 30 players in the state in home runs and triples so far this year in the cleanup spot. Then Allie Melgar, who's shown some pop as well, batting 5th. Valerie Ramirez, the 3rd baseman, who just made that slick play in the 6th spot. Lily Bang up the DP today. Then Gigi Garcia, the catcher, in the 8 spot, Memory Munoz, the shortstop, batting 9th, and of course Lexi Angulo in the flex, doing the pitching here today, as they will face Jessica Lopez, getting the start for LA Valley College. For Lopez this year, 1-5 in 11 appearances. This will be her 8th start of the year. 5.69 ERA and 51 2/3 innings pitched. Has walked 33, struck out actually, we'll have to double check that because it says strikeouts are 3.5, so that number is certainly not correct. So we'll double check that when we get a chance. But she faces Ashlyn Heck here to start things off. As we said, Heck had a slow start to the year, was really not happy with herself when we spoke to her early on in the season, but has since turned things around, hitting now 321 on the year with 4 doubles, 4 triples, 11 runs batted in. She started the year in the 3 hole and has since moved back up to that leadoff spot, which was where she was so dangerous last year. Talk about Heck last season. Hit .434 last season with a .454 on base percentage and a slugging percentage of .727 as that one fouled straight back to the screen. Makes it 2 balls and 2 strikes. The OBP a little bit down this year at 423. Still walked 14 times, only 3 strikeouts, so she's such a tough out at the plate. As she faces Lopez, takes that pitch down. It's a 3-2 count. 3-2 on the way. Heck pops it up back of the second base area where Ferrer is drifting and will make the catch. 1 away here in the first. Heck retired on a pop-up on the infield. We'll bring Shaylin Rambo to the plate. Rambo 308 on the year, riding a little bit of a tough streak right now. 1 for 9 over the last 6 games. Had a 5-game hitting streak in the middle of March, but has slowed down just a bit. She stands and waits in a 1-1 count. As Lopez back to deliver. Rambo shows bunt, tried to bring it back, but a strike going to be called. And makes it 1-2. Last time these two teams played here at COC, Rambo had a couple of hits as she drives that one to deep left center field. That's going to get off the wall. Rambo rounding towards second. She will go in with a stand-up double. A 1-out double for Shaylin Rambo. She had 3 hits against LA Valley back on the 21st and has a 1-out double here for COC right at the right time with Alyssa Silva and Julia Fuentes set to come to the plate. So a good swing that time for Rambo. Gives it a ride out to left center field, just maybe about 2 feet away from leaving Whitten Field. The wind kind of didn't help her out, even though it's blowing out towards left field. This timeout called. John Wismath bringing everybody over to the dugout. I think a sign was missed. I think he was asking Alyssa Silva to maybe put the ball on the ground. On a bunt, maybe trying to move Rambo over. Instead, he'll have a chat right now, and that'll give LA Valley a chance to go out and talk to Jessica Lopez here. So for Silva this year, she didn't play the first 5 games of the season, but has had 2 or more at-bats in every game 6. 364 on the year. 7 doubles this season for Silva. All 7 of her extra base hits coming by way of double. Slugging percentage at .470. 7 walks, 8 strikeouts on the year. Hitting well above where she was last year. She hits that one out to right. That'll get down past the right fielder, and it'll bring Rambo home. Silva going to try and go all the way around. She'll round third, and she should score easily. And the Cougars add 2 on a misplay by the right fielder. Satita, as he gets Bayer and Rambo all the way around, it'll go down as, I believe, an inside the park home run, as Satita didn't ever get to it, never had a glove on it, tried to make a running diving play. And we'll check for the official score later At the moment, though, the Cougars with 2 runs pushed across, and that'll bring Julia Fuentes to the plate. Kind of mentioned Fuentes right now, really crushing the ball. 22nd in triples as she hits this one on the ground towards the shortstop. Gaskill kicks it, and Fuentes down to first. So 1-out error, Fuentes aboard. I'll bring Allie Melgar to the plate. Didn't get a chance to really talk about Fuentes, so we'll save it for the next time she comes up. And instead, we'll switch over to Allie Melgar, hitting .312 on the year. Melgar takes the first pitch up. .321, 9 doubles, 2 home runs, 22 runs batted in for Allie this season. Fuentes in motion, throw down to second base is in time to nab Fuentes. Good throw by Gonzalez. So Fuentes down, caught stealing for the 2nd out of the inning. And so it'll empty the bases here for Melgar with 2 down. So it looked like it could have turned into a really big inning. Now has slowed up a bit, although the Cougars are already with 2 across. This one fouled away. So Silva going to be credited with a home run, her first home run of the year, an inside the park home run. Drives in 2 in the process. The Cougars with a 2-0 lead. Melgar waits on a 2-2 pitch. So Silva, who we talked about, did not play over the first 2 games of the year. Didn't play the first 5 games of the season, 2 or more bats in every game this year. She was 0 for 12 over her last 4, but that'll turn things around real quick as Melgar hits this one out in the air towards left field. That's going to fall as Trinidad can't make the play. Melgar headed towards second base. She is in. And the Cougars now with a runner back in scoring position. We'll see if Trinidad credited with an error or if Melgar is going to get credited with a leg double. So we'll wait on Valerie Ramirez here. Trinidad looked like she was getting over to it, might have had a play on it, and it just fell in front of her glove. And instead it gives Ramirez a chance here, who takes a strike. Foul this year, 286 on the season, 2 doubles, a triple, 11 runs batted in. So they'll score a double for Melgar. This is the count 1-1 here to Ramirez. So Ramirez lines this one out to right. That's going to get down. Melgar going to score easily. Heading towards second base is Ramirez. She'll try for third. In sliding safely with a 2-out RBI triple. And the Cougars add another on an extra base hit, their 4th of the inning. As Ramirez with her 2nd triple of the season brings Melgar home. And what looked like it was going to stall in a first inning is now opened up. Rastita having a little trouble out there and right. That one, though, hit very hard by Ramirez on a line drive down the line. Not much she could do with it. So it brings Lily Bagat, the DP, to the plate. Lily, 338 on the season, 3 doubles, a triple, 15 runs batted in. Has only struck out twice this year, has not worked a walk yet. But has been very consistent throughout the season. Has slowed a little bit as of late. Over her last 9 games, just 3 for 20, but against an LA Valley team that's struggled, a perfect chance to try and turn the tide just a touch. 2 balls and 1 strike here to Baguette. As you hear John Wismath down the line saying if you walk, that's fine. You haven't walked yet all year long, but she takes a strike, and it is a 3-2 count with 2 away here in the first inning. 3 runs across for COCs. Ramirez waits at third. Baguette takes a pitch up and away. It's a 2-out walk. And it'll put runners on the corners for the Cougars. First walk of the day issued by Lopez. That'll bring Gigi Garcia, the catcher, to the plate. Gigi has had some big moments this year, most notably a couple of triples and a 9-8 extra innings win over LA Mission that was here on the Cougar Sports Network. Just 1 for her last 20. As Baguette going to try and get hung up. Cougars going to try and steal a run. Instead, they're just going to put runners on first and second as Ramirez able to dive back, or excuse me, second and third as Ramirez able to dive back safely. Baguette in with, I guess it'll be credited as a defensive indifference. For Garcia, 258 on the year. Trying to drive in a couple of runs as she takes a strike. She said 1 for her last 20 over the last 9 games. And again, some of that, I mean, you can kind of credit it to a little bit of a schedule snafu for everybody. It has not been consistent for the Cougars this year in terms of getting games in. You look, and they actually had their March 21st doubleheader against Imperial Valley canceled. They had a bunch of games moved. Antelope Valley, I think, got moved twice during the year. They finally played it on March 30th as this one hit in the air towards center field, playable for Vianta, and she'll make the catch, and that'll end the inning. So the Cougars strand runners on second and third, but they get 3. 2 off of an inside the park home run for Alyssa Silva. A full innings in the books. The Cougars 3-0 here over LA Valley.
College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
Top half of the second we go. COC with a 3-0 lead. It'll be Vialta, Ferrer, and Espinoza to the plate for LA Valley College. We talked about the scheduling oddities for COC. It's been the same for LA Valley. It's really been the same for everybody. Valley's had games moved. They actually have had doubleheaders against San Diego Mesa and Santa Monica canceled. Had a bunch of games kind of moved around all over the place. It's forced some changes into who's pitching, and I think that's part of the reason why we've seen so much Ali Melgar for COC. Jessica Lopez, this is her 4th appearance in the last 5 games for LA Valley College, as she's lost her last 3, and she's actually lost her last 4. going all the way back towards March 16th, which is a game at home against College of the Canyons. So it's just been kind of rough with the weather this year, as the wind's starting to pick up here a little bit right now. As Vialta 111 on the season, just 2 hits and 18 at bats. Didn't play over the first 10 games, has come in lately as she fouls this one away. Like we said, the schedule oddities have just kind of wreaked havoc on just about everybody, including us on the live stream schedule, although we were getting kind of bombarded with Hall of Fame stuff for a little while. That's why we had a little bit of a hiatus, but we're back now and we go back to work as we wait on the 1-2 pitch from Angulo that misses up. With the 19th at-bat of the season for Vialta. Look for COC. Right now, the longest winning streak in the conference at 3 games. Trying to track down Bakersfield and Antelope Valley as Vialta fouls this one into the dugout. Cougars 8-3 on the year, half game behind both Antelope Valley and Bakersfield. Bakersfield 8-2. They're, of course, in action today. As should be Antelope Valley as well, I believe. That one called strike 3. Second strikeout of the day for Angulo. Second Monarch she set down looking. First out of the inning here in the second. And that'll bring up Ferrer. This ball popped up foul out of play. Ferrer this year, 180 on the season. 11 for 61 with 4 runs batted in. 1 for her last 16. So the last 6 games was 3 for 8 in the previous 3 games, but struggled a little bit right now. She shows bunt, brings it back, takes a pitch away. One fouled off to the right. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A little overthrow that time. Missed back to the screen. Evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the second inning. 3-0 COC lead. Cougars with 3 runs on 4 hits and an error in that first inning. So this ball hit out to left field. Rambo initially charging in, but able to stop her feet and make the play. 2 down. So the initial judgment from Rambo was to come in, but changed her mind, read it well. Two down and Violeta Espinoza coming to the plate. Espinoza, the third baseman today. 231 on the season. 2 home runs, 14 runs batted in. 4 extra base hits on the year. Last time these two teams played, LA Valley did not have a hit through 5 innings. Cougars put it away 8 after 5 in a shortened game. As a matter of fact, LA Valley only had 1 base runner in the ball game. That was an error that Jessica Lopez reached on. Ariana Soto actually made in that 5th inning. ended what would have been a perfect game in a shortened game as this one popped up. Foul, and Melgar able to make the catch right next to the fence. Couldn't see it on your screen, but it's a slick play from Ali Melgar. A 1-2-3 inning for Lexi Angulo. We head to the home half of the second inning. 3-0 COC. Cougar half of the second inning we go. Memory Munoz will lead things off for COC, then back around to the top of the order for the Cougars. So they sit on a 3-0 lead. Munoz takes a strike. Mem this year, 243. The everyday shortstop for the Cougars this season. 9 hits in just 37 at-bats. Does have 1 extra base hit. Hasn't gotten a lot of opportunities this year at the plate. Has been mostly a defensive shortstop, but more and more at-bats as the season has gone on. She tried to bunt this one up the first base line. Bunts it foul. Makes it 1-2. Look around the conference, Bakersfield and Citrus. No score in the top of the third up in Bakersfield. LA Mission and Glendale underway, but no scores posted at the moment for that one. Antelope Valley not in action here today, so the Cougars with a chance to catch them as Munoz down on strikes. First strikeout of the game. For Lopez, and it'll bring Ashlyn Heck to the plate. With 1 down, Heck popped up to second base. Her first at bat. Takes that pitch away. Heck swings through that one. This one hit out in the air towards left center field. That's going to get back to the wall. Heck rounding first on her way to second base. She'll try for third as Trinidad had some trouble getting the ball up off the turf, and Heck in with a 1-out triple. And the Cougars in business here in the second. So Heck just continuing to drive the ball as the season has gone on. Give her 5 triples on the year. 11th in the state coming into today, but should bump up just a bit as she stands now at third. Rambo first pitch swinging. She'll drive it out to left field on the ground for a base. Hit an RBI single for Shaylin Rambo. And the Cougars push another across here in the second inning. On an RBI hit for Shaylin Rambo, her second hit of the ball game. And now Alyssa Silva, who had the inside the park home run, coming into the plate. He's heading down to second base with a stolen base is Rambo, and the Cougars continue to push the pace as they like to do. So now another runner in scoring position. This one bunted back to the pitcher. Picking it up was Lopez, able to throw out Silva, but it's a sacrifice bunt for the second out of the inning. It moves Rambo up to third, and it puts the Cougars' perhaps best hitter on the year in Julia Fuentes to the plate. With a runner in scoring position, we didn't get a chance to talk about Fuentes a lot her last at bat. She swung at the first pitch, grounded it to short, and was able to reach. But Fuentes this year, 22nd in the state in triples with 3, 26th in the state with 4 home runs this year. She's top 35 with 26 runs batted in as she hits this one in the air towards center field. Vialta will have the chance to make the play. That'll end the inning. And the Cougars leave a runner at third, but they do get one across on an RBI hit from Shaylin Rambo as we head to the top half of the third inning, 4-0 COC.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
So top half of the third we go. It'll be Emily Trinidad, Selena Gonzalez, and then Jessica Lopez back to the plate for LA Valley College. So this one hit on the ground towards second base. Picked up by Silva, an easy play, one away. So one down, here comes Gonzalez. Gonzalez swings and misses. One ball, one strike. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. This one hit on the ground towards short. Munoz will pick it up, fires over to first. 2 ground ball outs here to start the 3rd inning. Bring us back around to Jessica Lopez, who led the game off with a double back in the 1st. Zangulo working well here so far in this. Third inning as that one grounded towards third. Easy pickup for Ramirez, and that'll do it. 1, 2, 3, 3 ground balls, all on the infield. Got to each bag, and all 3 fielders sharp. 1, 2, 3 inning for Angulo. We head to the home half of the 3rd, 4-0 COC.
The dance flow silly, the ladies gon' feel me, the fellas in the back, and they twisting up a belly. Get silly.
Home half of the 3rd. Cougars with a 4-0 lead. Melgar, Ramirez, and Baga the scheduled hitters for COC. Melgar doubled, scored back in the 1st. Melgar able to work a walk. Cougars with a runner aboard. Here's Valerie Ramirez, who had the RBI triple back in that 1st inning to bring Melgar home. Lopez still in there here in the 3rd. Ramirez takes that pitch up. Four to nothing COC here in the bottom as Ramirez hits that one right back up the middle. Lopez got a piece of it but couldn't hang on as it was hit sharply right back at her. And Ramirez with a base hit back up the box. Runners on 1st and 2nd here for COC. first pitch swinging was Bagot, and that one picked up sharply by Gaskill onto first, not in time for the double play. Melgar had to hop over the ball. Nothing she could do but run as the ball hit on the ground. Cougars able to put runners on the corners, though, as Melgar able to get by it. And it'll bring Garcia to the plate. So Bagot reaches on a fielder's choice. Ramirez cut down 6-4 at second base for the first out of the inning. And Gigi Garcia, who flew out to center field. Vialta was able to stand in camp under it. Takes this pitch, Bagot running. Cougars again getting stuck in a rundown. Melgar going to try and score. Bagot going to be tagged out. Melgar going to score, so the Cougars traded out for a run. Add another one across for COC, 2 down, but it's 5-0 Cougars as Bagot does her job. Goes down as a caught stealing and a stolen base as the Cougars work the double steal. And it brings Gigi Garcia back to the plate with nobody on and 2 down. Garcia takes that pitch down. Second walk of the inning issued by Lopez. Third walk of the day issued by the LA Valley starter. And it'll bring us back to memory of Munoz with 2 down and a runner aboard first base. Munoz led off the second with a strikeout. Trying to keep the third alive. Takes that pitch down for a ball. Gonzalez softly picks behind Garcia, who was a little lackadaisical getting back to first, but did in time. So Munoz this time bunts it foul. One ball, 2 strikes to Munoz, down on strikes, and that will end the inning. Cougars get 1 after the leadoff walk from Melgar, a single from Ramirez, and then a double steal. 5-0 COC, 4 innings in the books. We head to the 4th here from Whitten Field.
Our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a program you should definitely consider.
So change out in right field for COC as we go to the top half of the 4th inning. His first pitch swinging was Gaskill on the ground towards short, and Munoz slick play for the first out here of the 4th inning. So Angulo continues to pitch to contact and pitch to contact on the ground. Michaela Paragas out there in right field now for COC. So here's Camberos, struck out her first time up. This one popped up straight back out of play. No balls, 2 strikes to count here to Camberos. Longest outing in a while for Alexi Angulo. Just her 3rd start since the end of really middle of March, we should say. March 18th, she had 8 starts before that day and has only had 3 since as she waits to deliver the 1-2 pitch here to Camberos. This one popped up. Garcia drifting back towards the fence, unable to make the play as it lands just in front of her. And so we'll stay 1 ball, 2 strikes. This ball hit well out to left field. Rambo giving chase, not going to get there. It's actually Soto out there in left field. She's not going to get there, but it's just a long single for Camberos. A couple of defensive substitutions for COC. I believe Rambo's actually out in center now. So 1 out double for Camberos, or 1 out single, I should say, for Camberos. A loud single, and that was it. And it brings Melissa Orozco to the plate. Orozco grounded to 3rd in her only at bat. Takes a pitch on the inside for a called strike. Defense on the infield has remained the same. The outfield has kind of shifted things around a little bit. Coach Wismau in a 5-0 game, opting for some time for others right now. As Garcia trying to throw behind Camberos, but she's back easily. Angulo just kind of concentrate on the hitters right now. You've pitched well so far, giving up just 2 hits in the ball game. Before that single from Camberos, had retired 10 in a row. So this one hit out in the air to left field. Soto going back, not going to get there. Hits off the top of the wall. Camberos only able to move up 60 feet. And so 2 hard singles off the wall and left. Runners on first and second with 1 away here for LA Valley as the Monarchs in business with the Alta coming to the plate. But just 2 loud singles, that's it. Both balls close to leaving. That last one from Orozco maybe just inches from drifting out of the park as it hit right off the yellow striping along the top of the wall here at Whitten Field. That yellow piping that signifies the ball staying in play. Should it bounce off it and come back in? Angulo starts off with a strike. Delivers an inside pitch to Vialta that just misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 away, 2 on. 5-0 COC. Offense with runs in the first, second, and third, but the big inning in the first has stretched things out at the moment. Trying to limit any damage to 1 or none if you can here, as you're ahead against Vialta. Try and keep it a 5-0 game going into the fourth. For Angulo, like we said, had retired 10 in a row. Before the back-to-back singles, and now in a 2-2 count here. Checks the wristband for the sign. Bond to the slab and will deliver. An off-speed pitch misses up, and the count now full with 1 away. This ball popped up into the infield, so it's an infield fly rule. Thought it was going to get out into right field, but instead Silva makes the catch. 2 down on an infield fly rule out. It'll keep runners at first and second here. That'll bring Lexus Ferrer, who flew out to left field, her only at bat so far in the ball game. What was a good play from Shaylin Rambo on a hard hit ball out to left. Rambo charged initially, but then was able to stop her feet and make the play. As Ferrer takes a strike. No balls and 1 strike to count to Ferrer. This one hit in the air towards center field, charging in, able to make the play. Was Rambo out in center, and that'll end the inning. So a couple of long singles from Camberos and Orozco, but nothing able to come across for LA Valley. We head to the home half of the 4th inning. Still 5-0 COC.
Meet Nigel Terry. In 2018, UCLA Health made him Laker for a day. Not because he beat cancer once, he beat cancer twice. He inspired us to push, to make the impossible possible. Because that's what Nigels do. And the world needs more Nigels. UCLA Health.
So we go to the home half of the fourth inning. It's Ari Soto hitting here for Ashlyn Heck. Here in this fourth inning. So Heck, 1 for 2. That's going to be the end of her day so far. Soto, 192 hitter on the year. Takes that pitch away. 5 for 26 so far this season. So this one hit in the air out towards left field. Trinidad camped under it to make the catch. 1 away. Will bring us back to Shaylin Rambo. A couple of hits so far today. A single and a double, a run scored, a run batted in. So Rambo hits this one out in the left center field. That's going to be caught by Vialta, making a sliding catch on the knees. Takes away extra bases from Rambo, who has seemed to pop out of her slump a little bit today. Has hit the ball hard 3 times. And nearly 3 for 3, if not for a great catch from the center fielder. 2 down. Brings us to Alyssa Silva with 2 away. Silva had an inside the park home run, her first home run of the season, first home run of her career. A ball that got by the right fielder Gracetista. Part of that 3-run first inning for COC as she takes a strike. Lopez trying the off-speed pitch a couple of times. Little floater. Almost looks like an ephus pitch that you would see in baseball. It's 3 balls and 1 strike here. That pitch misses down. 4th walk issued by Lopez. Cougars with a runner aboard here with 2 away in the 4th inning. And Michaela Paragas will pinch hit here for COC after she came in defensively last inning, or at the top half of the inning actually, so she'll stay in and hit. Stolen base for Silva. Solid throw from Gonzalez, just not in time. So now the Cougars move a runner ahead. Paragas this year batting 182, just 11 at-bats on the season, 2 hits in those 11 at-bats. She chops this one on the ground towards short, picked up by Gaskill over to first. That'll end the inning. So the Cougars go quietly, a 2-out walk. 1 runner left aboard. We head to the 5th inning. COC still with a 5-0 lead. Defensive changes for the Cougars here in the 5th inning. Hallie Mogar's day is over. Sabrina Engelbrecht coming in to play first base. So our first defensive substitution on the infield today is we are in the 5th. 5-0 in favor of the Cougars. Angulo's still in there. Has faced 3 over the minimum so far. She faces Espinoza, who popped out to first base to end the 2nd inning on what was a really good play from Ali Melgar, charging over to the fence, able to make the catch just in front of it. This one popped up foul. It'll get to the fence out of play. Ball fouled up out of play. One ball, 2 strikes here to Espinoza. Gulo misses up. Count now all the way back to 3-2 as Angulo has kind of lost it a little bit here against Espinoza. Trying to finish her off. Leadoff batter here in the 5th. That one misses just inside. First walk of the day issued by Angulo. Leadoff runner aboard for the 2nd time today for LA Valley. Angulo's gotten that pitch a couple of times today, but didn't get it this time. And instead of putting Emily Trinidad at the plate with nobody out and a runner at first base. Trinidad grounded a 2nd in her only at-bat so far today. She faces Angulo here in the 5th. That one over for a called strike. Trinidad swings and misses on a pitch up and away. Kind of waved at it. Good pitch from Angulo that time. Heading the count, no balls and 2 strikes. That pitch misses just away. Espinoza kind of an awkward dive back. Got a giggle from the dugout on the LA Valley side. Garcia might have had her picked had she actually thrown it. So Espinoza kind of got herself hung up trying to dive back. Instead, she lives to see another pitch. That one misses up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So again, Angulo now trying to put away Trinidad. Was up 0-2 against Espinoza, lost her. Up 0-2 here against Trinidad, and the count has worked back to 2-2. Gets her this time. Strike 3 on a swing. Pick back behind on Espinoza, not going to work. First out here of the 5th inning. Third strikeout of the ball game for Angulo as she faces Gonzalez now, who grounded to short back in the 3rd inning. Swings and misses on a little bit of an uppercut swing. Valley's hit the ball. They've hit it hard today. You look, all 3 of their hits have been hard hit balls. Lopez, the double out to left center field. This one fouled straight back to the screen by Gonzalez. The 2 singles from Camberos and Orozco, which probably should have been extra base hits. Save not for Ari Soto getting back to the ball quickly and getting it back in. Really, Orozco's was unfortunate. Hit off the top of the wall. Camberos kind of had to hold up and wait and see what happened with it. And again, credit to Soto out and left, who gave it a good chase down. Made it look like she might have a play on it. That kind of, it's an untalked about part of the game a lot, but able to freeze runners just by a little bit of hustle sometimes. Make them think that they might have to hold up. You might have a play. Was that one called strike 3? Back-to-back strikeouts here for Angulo. Give her 4 Ks in the day. For Angulo, I want to say it matches her highest strikeout total of the year. Back against LA Mission in a no decision, that 9-8 extra innings win. So 4 strikeouts in the ball game. She faces Jessica Lopez here in the 5th, who's 1 for 2. Garcia throws this one out into right. Rambo making Espinoza work over there at first, making Engelbrecht do the same. Lopez stands and waits. That one over for a strike. Evens the count at 1-1. Sorry, nothing in 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 5-0 in the 5th COC. This one popped up straight back out of play. Lopez stands and waits. Angulo on the rubber will deliver. Pitch misses just inside. I think if Garcia might be able to frame that one up a little bit, you might get called strike 3. We've seen that pitch called a couple of times today, but that time just slid a little bit on the left leg. Not able to get the call, so it makes it 1-2. Lopez doesn't chase. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, a runner aboard first. Lopez hits this one on the right side, picked up by the second baseman Silva, and that will end the inning. Good play from Silva, able to pick up the one-hopper. 4-3 the final out, so a leadoff walk does not do any damage for Angulo. We're through 4 1/2, 5-0 COC.
The future is yours, so let College of the Canyons help you get ready, reset, and go for it. Get ready for transfer, the workforce, or take your skills to the next level. Reset your career and get back to work quickly. Go to college for $46 per unit, 0 textbook cost class options, and apply for your share of financial aid. With convenient class times, flexible on-campus or online options, and free tutoring, The future is yours at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule.
Canyons will send Melgar's spot, so it'll be Engelbrecht. Then Ramirez and Bagot to the plate. So might be some defensive substitutions here. I think they had Christina Camberos out in left field. It's the DP. And it looks like Emily Trinidad going to go back out there. And Castanon going to come in to play right field for Gorsatista. So we go back to work here in the fifth. Engelbrecht getting her first at bat of the ball game. Sabrina 222 on the year, 4 hits, 18 at bats. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fifth inning we play. Cougars put up 3 here in the inning and call it a ball game. It's the heart of the order coming to the plate as Engelbrecht chops this one up the middle. That'll get through for a base hit. So Engelbrecht with their 5th hit of the year. And the Cougars put the leadoff runner aboard here in the 5th inning. Brings back Valerie Ramirez. Tripled and singled today. Drove in Ali Melgar on the triple back in the first. And then drove in Melgar over to third, actually, after the single. Engelbrecht going to be hung up. She's going to be in a rundown here. As the throw to second gets away from the second baseman, Ferrer. And Engelbrecht going to be down to second base. She was picked off. And she's going to get away with it. So she's going to get credit with a stolen base there after what was a long rundown that was very well executed by LA Valley other than the last play on it. The ball just got away from Ferrer. Now Ramirez a chance to drive home a run. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Ramirez hits this one in the air towards center field. Vialta drifting in at first. Not able to make the catch as it goes off of her glove. They're going to try and send Engelbrecht from second. As Ramirez into second base, Engelbrecht will score. Cougars add a run here in the 5th inning on a deep fly ball from Ramirez that I want to say is going to get credited with a double here. We'll wait for the official score. So Engelbrecht's credited with a stolen base. And then scores on the ball that was hit over the head of Vialta. She got her glove on it, just couldn't come up with it. Now it'll bring Lily Bagot to the plate. Little stoppage, a little delay. Music was on a little bit too long. 6-0 COC. Bagot singled, grounded into a fielder's, or walked and grounded into a fielder's choice. 0 for 1 today. They're going to scored an error on Vialta. It was a really tough play. She had it, and it just kind of bounced out of her glove. So E8, it's a 2-base error. It's an RBI. Bagot now at the plate, trying to bring Ramirez around. Takes a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. As we work here in the 5th inning, 6-0 COC. Couple more runs for the Cougars can put it away. Bagot chops this one foul up the first base line. And we'll make it 2-2. Bagot hits this one out in the air towards right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Ramirez going to advance to third. Cougars will put runners on the corners with nobody out here in the 5th inning. Bagot with her first hit of the ball game on a looping single out to right, and that'll bring Gigi Garcia back to the plate. Garcia 0 for 1, flew out to center and walked. Runners on the corners here. We'll see if COC decides to try and steal another run, as we've seen them try and do a couple of times today. Bagot will stay put. Garcia takes a strike. Like maybe asking Gigi to just put the ball in play and move runners around. As you can put the go-ahead run or the game-winning run out at second base. Garcia instead takes a strike. Bagot just going to move up to second uncontested. So now the game-ending run out at second base. 2 strikes to Garcia here. Big chance for Lopez to try and limit as Garcia chops this one right back up the box. Going to be an easy play for Lopez. 1 away as Garcia chops out. 1 down in memory of Munoz, who struck out twice today coming to the plate. And they're going to hit for Mem here. And it's going to be Mackenzie Gardette getting a chance to hit here. So Gardette with 2 out there, chance to try and finish it off. Gardette 214 on the year. Just 3 for 14 this year. First hit of the season didn't come till March 9th. Chance to try and pick up a couple of runs. That pitch misses down. Doesn't get away from the catcher Gonzalez. Fouls that one straight back. Takes that pitch up and away. Good take from Gardette that time. Makes it 2 balls and 1 strike. Gardette, a bit of a throwback, no batting gloves. No sleeves, just kind of up there ready to hit. And she waits and fouls that one away. See that a lot anymore in either softball or baseball, really. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Mackenzie. She chops this one on the ground. Picked up by Gaskill. Throw in the dirt is low, but picked out by Orozco. But it's an RBI ground ball for the 2nd out of the inning. And the Cougars now 60 feet away from putting the game away. As Ari Soto comes back to the plate. Soto, who flew out to left field, back up. Good play by Gaskill. Had Bagot running right over the top of the ball. Was able to make the play nonetheless. So here's Soto in the 5th, trying to put away for COC. Swings and fouls it away. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. That pitch misses down. 2 balls and 1 strike. It's a big spot for the Cougars to try and put this one away. Last time these two teams played, the Cougars ended it in 5. Or at least last time these two teams played here at Cougar Field. As this one hit out in the air to left field, Trinidad will make the catch, and that'll end the inning. So we'll play on into the 6th. Soto hit it hard, but just couldn't get it down. 7-0 COC. We head to the top half of the 6th inning here from Whitten Field. So we go to the top half of the 6th inning. It'll be Gaskill, Camberos, and Orozco due up to face Angulo here in the 6th. Gaskill, first pitch swinging, pops it up into left field. Drifting over to make the catch is Soto. 1 away on 1 pitch. One pitch, 1 out here in the 6th inning. Camberos, who hit the ball hard last time up. One of 3 hits in the ball game, one of only 4 base runners in the ball game. So you look ahead to the 6th, the Cougars will send Rambo, Silva, and Paragas to the plate in the 6th. Put up a run and you put the ball game away. Instead, you extend here. Face Camberos. Continue a little scoreboard watching here. As late in the year, it's always very important. Right now, Citrus 1-0 at the top of the 7th over Bakersfield. That's a big result right now. Citrus coming down south to play here tomorrow against COC as Camberos takes a strike on a 3-0 pitch. And maybe helping the Cougars out a little bit here today. Their only run came in the 4th inning of that ball game. They've held Bakersfield to nothing so far. That'd be a very big result for COC. As with a win here today and a loss from Bakersfield, you've got yourselves back towards the top of the standings. Because you're just a half game back right now. When you look at the schedule from this year so far, the Cougars, 2 more games against Bakersfield coming up. Those were supposed to be played, actually all 3 of their games against Bakersfield still on the docket. 2 on the road on a doubleheader on the 18th, and then the final game of the year here on April 27th. Still a lot of games left to be played in the Western States Conference East, thanks to all the rain, as Gaskill works a 1-out walk. Or excuse me, Camberos works a 1-out walk. And I'll bring Orozco back to the plate. Second walk issued by Angulo. You look for COC Citrus tomorrow. Then a doubleheader against Long Beach on Friday. And then a doubleheader against Bakersfield next week on the 18th. A game against Glendale, who right now is 8 games back of first in the Western States Conference East. So pretty much out of it at this point in time. Just trying to finish out their season as well. A game you figure the Cougars should take handily. Then you got 3 non-conference games on the road against San Diego City and Palomar on the 21st and the 22nd before finishing up your season at home against Antelope Valley and Bakersfield on the 25th and the 27th. Those will be 2 very important games, as those 3 teams right now at the top of the Western States Conference standings. You look, like we said, Bakersfield 8-2, so a loss here today puts them at 8-3. If that result sticks, the Cougars would get to 9-3 and even themselves out with Antelope Valley, and I believe would be behind the Marauders in terms of the standings. Actually, they'd be even, as they've split the series so far this year. Would put the tiebreak in the hands of that final game should they win the rest of the way. Those 3 teams right now, you look, Bakersfield 16-11, Antelope Valley 18-12, the Cougars 17-9. So all 3 up over 16 wins, and you look, even Citrus and Mission up over 16 wins on the years. This one grounded towards short. Munoz grabs it and only gets the out at second base. So Orozco on with a fielder's choice. Camberos cut down 6-3. Munoz didn't look like she was, or 6-4 I should say, didn't look like she was very happy with the play that time by herself. I think just too much of a slow roller. She needed to maybe barehand it or flip it quickly to try and turn a double play. Instead, kind of fumbled the ball, but was still able to get the lead runner. That'll bring us back to Vialta, who's popped up on an infield fly and struck out so far today. Here's pitching early on in the year, looked like a major strength, and today having a good outing from Angulo, but everything's kind of slowed down. You look, they've given up 172 hits. They've given up 85 runs, 62 of them earned. That's all bottom half of the state so far this year. But the offense has really kind of saved their bacon a bit, even though the offense really kind of middle of the road, middle of the pack. But 205 hits, 152 runs this year in 26 games. And some of those games, it's just been up and down, kind of rocky. Winning games you should, losing games against really good teams, and that's why the Cougars right now ranked in the top 25 in the state, 17th in California, 9th in the South. You look, they've had results against Mount San Antonio, who's one of the best teams in the state, lost 5-1 on the road to the Mounties. The Mounties traditionally a very, very good team. As this one chopped towards short, Munoz picks it up. That'll end the inning. So a 1-out walk does not hurt. A couple of ground ball outs. We head to the home half of the 6th inning. Cougars with a 7-0 lead. So we come back in here for the top half, or the bottom half of the 6th inning. Cougars will send Rambo, Silva, and Paragas to the plate. We're talking about results for COC this year, and you look, they've had some interesting ones. You had an early league game loss to Citrus, a 2-1 loss on the road. That's a tough result to take. Beat Riverside, who usually looked at like a very good team, but has kind of had a down year. Same kind of thing with Mount Sac at times, although Mount Sac 19-5 on the year, so not the top team in the state, but top 5. But 5-1 loss on the road to them. That's a pretty good result. You split with Santiago Canyon here at Whitten Field. Santiago Canyon, very highly regarded. Split with Fullerton here at Whitten Field, 6-0 and 8-3. Another team that's highly regarded. Lost a pair to Cypress, which is tough. Split with Cerritos, which is another really good team. So you've had some good results. You've had some tough results. Trying to pick up a win here today as Rambo laces that one towards short on one hop, and Gaskell picks it up and fires to first. You can't complain about Shaylin Rambo's day today, though. Even though she's 2 for 2, she hit the ball hard all 3 times she's been to the plate, or all 4 times, excuse me, she's been to the plate. That time a one-hopper just right at the shortstop Gaskell. So 1 down, and Alyssa Silva coming to the plate. Really a solid day at the plate for Shaylin Rambo. Good to see for COC as she's kind of busted out of her little mini slump. Now Soto trying to do the same. Had her first hit in 12 at-bats in the first at-bat of the first inning today. An inside the park 2-run home run. Takes that pitch for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike the count here as Lopez walks back into the circle. Stands up on the slab and will get ready to deliver. Change up for a strike. First time really we've seen her get that change up over. She's thrown it a lot today, just hasn't been able to get it into that spot. Does this time, and she's ahead 1-2. Soto hits this one in the air towards left field. Trinidad not going to be able to get there. That's going to land in front of her. So 1 out single for COC. The game-winning run aboard. Soto with her, or Silva, excuse me, with her second single of the ball game. And now Michaela Paragas, who grounded to short back in the 4th, steps in. Paragas off the left side. Runs ahead, takes the pitch away. Paragas opting to slap, trying to find a way, chops this one towards short. Gaskell's throw is high, but in time. As coming down back on the bag was Orozco. So 2 away as Paragas. A couple of ground balls to short so far in 2 at-bats. 2 down, and Sabrina Engelbrecht, who singled back in the 5th, then stole a base and scored a run, comes back up. Has a chance to put it away with the run out second base. Otherwise, the Cougars will have to play out to the 7th. This one chopped up the middle. That'll get through for a base hit. They're going to send Silva. She will score, and that is the ball game. 8 after 5. The Cougars going to take it in an 8-0 win over LA Valley College. Solid outing for COC all in all. Engelbrecht with the RBI walk-off single here in the 6th inning. Her second hit of the ball game. As we said, the Cougars take it 8 after 6 innings. An 8-0 win. For Angulo, she will pick up the win. It'll be her 5th win of the year. As she goes the full amount. Gives up no runs on just 3 hits, a couple of walks. And improves to 5-1 on the year. Jessica Lopez gets the loss for LA Mission College. For Lopez, who goes the full 6. 1-6 now on the year. Gives up 8 runs to COC in the ball game. For LA Valley, They left 5 on base. For COC, 8 runs on 11 hits. And they left 6 on base in the ball game. But a pretty solid outing. You look a little under 2 hours. An hour and 45 minutes the ball game's official time. COC improving to 18-9 on the year, 9-3 in conference play, and pending that result up in Bakersfield in a game that is tied now at 1-1, could get themselves back atop the conference standings, at the very least, have evened themselves with Antelope Valley, who's idle today, and could be a game back of Bakersfield at the end of the day. We'll wait, or half game back of Bakersfield at the end of the day. We'll wait and see. So that'll do it for us here at Whitten Field. We'll see you tomorrow for more softball. 2:30 start time. COC and Citrus.